thing. I also have a Wurlitzer, and digital Mellotron that just came out. And that kind of found its way all over this next record. So I'm playing a lot of Mellotron on this next record. We went to Nashville to do the first half of this record, and a buddy of mine introduced me to this guy named Marcus who builds these Mellotrons. And when we went to Nashville, I got one shipped there. It was one of the first ones, and when we opened it up out of the box, it became like everybody's Christmas wish. Like, all the guys in the band love it. The producer loved it. They all want one. They're all jealous. They all ordered one now, but I still got the only one right now. So for at least for a couple more weeks, I got the only one. But it's all over the record. It's a crazy sounding instrument. It sounds like a real Mellotron, and we got a lot of effects on it and crazy stuff like that. So I can't wait for you guys to hear it.
All right, great. All right, so that's our first question there. Everybody can hear us okay? I'm seeing and hearing fine. Jennifer McKevitt says, I'm going to take your word for it, Jen. Okay, let's go to question number 2. That was talking about some serious stuff, but Joanna Pring, I believe from the UK, had a question I know you'll enjoy answering here. Chris, what was your most memorable after-show party that you could talk about online? She says she works for the NME in London, and she's also looking for a cheeky interview when you guys are next over at the pond. So you can start with the party and then get cheeky.
Yeah, we can get cheeky on the interview. Sure, we can do the interview when we go overseas, and maybe off the record I can tell you a couple craziness things. But we had a good after party last time we were in London. We were at Brixton. We did 3 nights there. They had a little bar upstairs. That got a little kind of crazy. But I guess, the best after parties you don't remember, right? So
I wouldn't know.
There's a couple that probably have faded from my memory. But if I had to pick one, I would say the place that everybody as a band loves to have a good time and hang out with everybody afterwards and just have fun would probably be Caracas, Venezuela.
Ah, Caracas.
Yeah, little, Southern Hemisphere style.
Yeah. How about, Kill, next time we go to Venezuela, we hook up with Jonathan Vegas for a little golf in the morning?
Little golf
music
in the morning,
in the evening,
little rock show at night. I'm into
and
that.
a big party afterwards.
Yeah, I'm into that.
All righty. Okay, another question. We're going to, so now that we've covered Joanne Pring, let's ask one. Let's live dangerously, folks. And some of you folks have signed up on Skype. And so we decided that we were going to try to see if we can incorporate some of you folks into the whole proceedings here today. So while we're getting that person up on the line, let's go with another question here real quick. And I'm just going to put
there you go.
There he is. Okay, so let's actually, he's ready to go.
What's up, man?
Hang on. Let's put him in there.
I can't hear you yet.
Oh,
wait, can you hear me?
There you go.
All right,
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to the original, the one, the only Incubus Online View, who was truly the original Incubus Online fan site out there. Mr. Chris Torres over here on our right, who I've actually never, ever seen Chris Torres before. I've exchanged emails, but he's here today, and we thought we would thank him for all his support over the years by allowing him to be our first guinea pig, Chris. You're on with Chris Kilmore. What's your question?
Hey, actually, I had to shut off the HQ TV to get it to work because there was a little bit of delay.
Okay.
All right.
We'll work all. Rennie's working the controls, so you got to bear with us.
Yeah, I thought, no, that it's working fine. Just let anyone else know that we're doing the Skype to turn off the HQ TV.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right.
What's up, Chris?
I wrote down this question. Got to get a little vinyl nerd on you.
Okay.
All right. Over the last year or two, there has been a steady rise of demand for vinyl. Many bands have been re-releasing their entire album catalogs on vinyl, some even going the audiophile route of pressing them on 180 gram. And
Yes.
you, Kill, as the most well-versed member of the band when it comes to vinyl, do you think it would benefit the fans to have all the band's past albums repressed on vinyl now that the demand is so high for them?
Absolutely. I have always thought that all of our records should have been pressed on vinyl. I'm an audiophile, man. I think you can give me a CD or you can give me the next invention of the greatest music ever, and it's going to sound the best coming out of a good record player and good speakers and a nice needle. It's just that just a vibe kind of thing for me. Really the CD sounds better, but you don't get, it kind of feels like you're there when when you listen to vinyl. But it's funny you asked me that because we are pressing this record up on vinyl, and we're
180
actually,
or not sure yet.
we're not sure yet, but I'm sure, if I have anything to say with it, it's going to be the heaviest weighted record you can get, It weigh 5 pounds if you ask me. The grooves would be like 3 inches thick. But we're also the important thing with that is mastering it as well. A lot of bands will press up their stuff and then master it for a CD and then just use that for the vinyl. So we're actually going to go another step and master it for the record and then press vinyl up.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We haven't done that before. We've pressed up a lot of vinyl, but we've never mastered it for vinyl. So, you just get a better quality out of it.
Yeah, because you guys did Morning View and Crow on vinyl, and then Like Grenades took a break on that, and then Make Yourself never got pressed on.
Yeah,
vinyl.
they were all just kind of like special one-off kind of things. A lot of them were for you guys, for the fans and stuff. And we thought that if you really want to listen to music, how do you want to listen to it? So me, obviously, I'm a give it to me on a piece of vinyl. So we're actually gonna do that this time. It'll be sweet.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Dang, I had the question on my mind all day.
Yeah.
Got to ask about this.
Yeah. I'm a nerd when it comes to music and stuff like that, especially turntables and vinyl and stuff like that. I could talk to hours about that kind of stuff.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Sweet
Chris, we want to thank you for all your support of the band over the years, and thanks for being our first guinea pig. And so far, you survived.
Oh, good.
Anyway, thanks for joining us here. And,
Yeah, Chris, thanks for all your help over the years, man.
Another caller here. Okay, so
Later.
back to the world headquarters. Thanks, Chris. Okay, let's go take another question that I know that lots of people are interested in, Chris. Justin Baker. Not sure where Justin is from, but Justin Baker asked, do you feel the music industry has changed towards a positive or negative direction since you've been with Incubus? And what advice would you give to aspiring musicians that wish to make it just like Incubus?
That's a tough question. That's a very you can answer that a bunch of different ways. I guess you're saying, has it taken a negative turn, meaning the industry, not the music? So we'll talk about the industry, I guess. For me, being in this band, we kind of have survived through the transition of giant record labels dwindling in size and the internet taking over. I'm always a fan of change, so I don't really look at it as a negative thing. I look at it as an opportunity, glass half full kind of thing. Technology is technology, and as it advances, you have to learn to adapt with it, or you're going to be left behind. And in some cases, it's fine to be left behind, but when you're trying to get your music out, especially if you're a new band, you have to adapt all of the forms of technology that are available to you. For example, the things that we're doing now, all the internet and social networking things are a huge factor in your band's career, especially if you're startup. For us, we've started out and it wasn't so important, so we kind of just didn't really pay attention to it that much. And obviously now we're doing this. We're starting to jump on board with all of this. But I don't look at it as the industry's turned so negative. It's just changing. And, over time things change. And that's a good thing because then different questions get addressed and different avenues to get your music happens. The only kind of down part of having access to everybody's music in the world instantly is that you have to filter through all that music to get through some of the good stuff sometimes. I hope that answered your question.
Thank you. Who was that? It was Justin. On that note, Kil, over the years, you've been in the band now how long? 12 years?
Yeah, 12, 13 years.
12, 13 years.
Yeah.
And somebody said in the initial question, you talked about your equipment and how you started as a turntable guy, but your role is much more than that now. And how did you deal with that evolving role as a musician? You started off playing turntables, now you've got keyboards and all kinds of stuff. But from a musical point of view, you started, this is what I do, and now your role has changed. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, I was just a lover of music. I think one of the very first pictures that I have is, I don't know, maybe I was 4 or 5, and it's my mom and me on Christmas, and